Now today we're going to be talking about the Arcane Fortress Radiant 100 Plus deck boxes, both the standard and deluxe model. A little bit before the holidays this year, a representative from Arcane Fortress reached out and asked me if I would be interested in checking out their deck boxes, and I absolutely said yes. I've been interested in reviewing these for a while, and they sent me these boxes, and I do want to point out I did receive them for free, so be aware of that as you're watching this video. Basically, they are your standard flap lid deck boxes, and I've mentioned in previous videos that we've got the formula down. A lot of the companies who make these, they're all about the same level of quality, which is to say good. It's kind of hard to mess this up. But these have a slightly different feature set. Now I'm going to start off with the standard deck box. Now these are of the flap lid where the lid comes off in a flap, and it's fairly standard, but the interior of the lid is a bit different, as you've probably noticed. There is a piece of art that is printed on the inside, and this is kind of a smooth material. It doesn't have the texture of the outside, but it's also not the microfiber interior either. It is a smooth interior material. The boxes, all of their boxes, come with two dividers that have the art on them as well, which I think is a nice touch. And as I mentioned, the interior is a microfiber material. You also get, on the box itself, you get Arcane Fortress on the lid, and on the flap here you get what art it is. So this is an island box, so it has the island icon right here. And really, that's the standard box. It's a standard setup with the nice touch of the art and the dividers inside. Now, the deluxe model is similar to the standard, except it is wider, so you get a slightly different aspect ratio on the art, but otherwise everything is the same. You've got the same material on the inside, the exterior is the same, it's got the microfiber. You also do get these dividers, but you also get a dice box. The dice box is connected via a magnet onto the side of the box here. Now, the dice box is a fairly standard dice box. Same material, it doesn't have any art inside. The lid and the interior has a microfiber style material. And when you're ready to put it back, you just put it onto the side, close the lid, and go about your day. And you have a nice selection of art for these boxes. You have one for every color from Magic: white, red, black. You have the standard colors from Magic the Gathering: white, blue, black, red, green. You also have the pink blossom lotus art, but they also have other art as well. They do limited edition things, as well as right now I believe they have a series of dragons that you can get for the box as well. In my opinion, I do really like the art from the colors, the Magic colors, as well as the lotus, or pink blossom I should say, because it evokes that stained glass look, which I really like. It reminds me of the lands, the special lands from Dominaria United, which were the stained glass basic lands. I really like those. Those are some of my favorite lands. So I really like this style of art. That's part of the reason why those were the ones I got. So you have a wide selection of the type of art you can get for these boxes. Since the deluxe and the standard have basically the same size in the card section of the box, they hold the same amount of cards, and those numbers are 225 unsleeved cards, 130 single-sleeved cards, 110 double-sleeved cards, and 80 triple-sleeved cards. Yes, I finally found my outer sleeves and was able to get them on some cards so I could do some testing. Yay. They also will fit in a dungeon if you lay them on their side, though I don't believe they can fit in any other larger deck box situations. Now, as for which one you'd want to pick up, that's going to be entirely up to your situation and what you like. This is a basic box. The standard is a basic box. It doesn't have any really frills beyond having the dividers and the art on it. This is good for a commander deck or even a standard deck with sideboard. That's what the standard is good for. It's going to be good for a basic need, no frills. The deluxe is for a commander deck that has specific tokens or dice, that sort of thing. something that you want to keep in a special place would be a good idea for the Deluxe. I do like the Deluxe better than the Standard because I tend to like boxes that have those extra features for dice and tokens. And I will be adding the Deluxe to my list of boxes and solutions for a draft kit. So I do recommend these as a potential draft kit solution. And what I like about this over some of the other solutions on that list is how compact it is. This is something that really you could just grab this and a playmat, and that's all you need to take with you to draft night. But this might be too small of a solution for some folks. Some folks like to have more space, but this is definitely an option. And now we come to the nitpicks. Yes, so I did have a couple of nitpicks on these boxes. Nothing major. These are good boxes. Like I said, we've got this style of box figured out. It's hard to mess these up. So I only have a few nitpicks with these boxes in particular. The first one is the flap. The fact that this is the style of deck box where the lid is attached and it's a flap. Those historically haven't been my favorites in terms of deck boxes, but I would never not get a box because of that reason. Personally, I know others have stronger feelings about it, but this one doesn't seem to be as egregious as others that I've seen. There are some boxes out there where the lid is very long. These aren't as bad, so they don't bother me as much, but I should mention that these are the flap lids that are attached if that's something you don't like, so that's something you need to be aware of with these boxes. And that's true of both the Standard and the Deluxe. They're attached lids. And my final nitpick, and I realize I'm digging for this one, the dice box can only be attached in one way. It needs to be where the flap of the dice box is facing the front of the box, and it will fit that way. If you flip it around and try to attach it, it won't fit. So that can be a little frustrating if you're not paying attention. It can only go on this way. I understand that they can't have it be every way, like it can't be perfect, but it would have been nice if the magnets were symmetrical in a way or placed in such a way that it could be either way and it fit and it would be fine. But I understand that that is a tiny nitpick. It's fine. It just takes an extra second and you can get it to attach. But it's a fairly strong attachment. And good news, the dice box can fit these larger D20s that Magic has been putting out with their bundles. The magnet is pretty strong. It takes a little bit. You have to peel it off. If your dice box is full, it's unlikely to fall out. And yeah, I like them. I think these are interesting. I love the art. I think the art is fantastic. This is a great way to show off a special deck of yours. If you have a deck that is a red deck wins deck, then you can use the mountain box and show that off. Or if you have a blue counter deck that you also want to show off, this is a great way to show off a special deck. The added touch of the art is fantastic, and the Deluxe model with the dice box you can use as a draft kit, or you can use it for your special commander deck. It's a great way to show it off and show it some extra love. Something else that shows extra love is that right there, or it might be there. I can't remember where I put it. From Arcane Fortress. Yes.
Make sure that I got it right.